Hi there, and welcome to That Guy's a Maniac Season 5. Yeah. It's a re-season where every episode we have a re-word. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Kanzi11. I'm one half of the second best video game blogs website in the world. And here is my co-host, Richie. Say hello, Richie. And also let people know where they can find the That Guy's a Maniac content.
Okay, hello everyone, and you can find our content at That Guy's a Maniac, all one word, lowercase, and also on our blog, www.thatguys.co.uk. Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
Okay, well, before we kick off with regular business, we've got a little game for you this season called, it's kind of animal, mineral, vegetable, but not. It's also 20 questions. It's called Item Game Level.
Item character level.
Item Character Level.
It's catchy, it's catchy.
Very catchy. Richie, you are guessing this week. So do you have a question for me?
Oh, well, my first question is perhaps the most iconic one of all. Is it an item, a character, or a level?
Yes.
So it's all three.
No, it's a item.
It's an item. Okay. Is this item from a Nintendo franchise?
No.
No. Is this item... Okay.
That's really thrown you, huh?
It really has. It's just 'cause, like, right, okay, let's think of every Pokemon item. Like, oh, could it be one of the guns from, like, Splatoon, or, oh my god, right? No, but it's none. It's not those.
None
No, none of those. Okay. Is this game from... Okay. Right, okay, hang on. Right, it's an item. It's not from a Nintendo franchise. Is it from a PlayStation game? Okay, is that a tough question because it's not PlayStation exclusive?
It's a tough question. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe rephrase it.
Rephrase it.
Or
Okay.
wiggle around.
Okay. Why am I not prepared to ask these questions to whittle it down?
You just put all your eggs in the it's a Nintendo game, but
Yeah, I know, and then I'm just gonna go from there. Is this right? You know what?
Yeah.
I'm going platform agnostic.
Okay,
right?
Great.
Yeah. Is this from an RPG?
No.
No, but it might have RPG elements. Okay.
This is actually really tough, and it shouldn't be.
Okay. Is this from a fantasy game or a sci-fi game? So
Yes.
it's from both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantasy sci-fi. Ooh. That's tough. Is the game this item from a franchise?
Yes. You're gonna. It will make sense when you get there. It's way tougher than I thought.
Is this a Square Enix
No.
game? Okay. Great. Is this a Capcom game?
No.
Oh. Should I continue down the route of...
No.
Oh, God.
No.
God. Okay. Is this item from a retro game? I.e. something that is 16-bit or below?
No.
So this is from a Okay. I'm talking through my working. It's not very. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So,
in fact,
my thoughts
all in your head, it wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, my thoughts were that you were going to go a bit left field and choose like an item from like Game and Watch or something like that. But again, I suppose that's Nintendo. An
item from Shin Megami Tensei 2, a game which I know you know.
No, but we're not throwing each other off. This is a game that I must know, and an item I must know.
You will. I'll give you a mini clue. You will have collected hundreds of these.
Oof. Okay.
Hundreds.
So this is definitely from a game that I've played then. Is this a game that I have played with you?
Yes.
Ah. So this is hard because, like, it's not a Capcom game.
No. Not that we played Resident Evil 5 together anyway.
Well, yeah, but we did do Resident Evil 2. True. Disc A, or Disc 1 and Disc 2. At the same time. No, it was Leon A scenario and Claire B scenario. Yeah. Somebody fucked up in the elevator. Right. Okay. I'm so ADHD. Why am I talking about Resident Evil? Collected hundreds of these.
Yeah. Do you want another clue?
Yeah, I think I need another clue.
Okay. It's an item you find in many, many games.
Games. Okay. Games. Is this actually like a digital item in the game, or does it exist in real world?
Digital item.
Okay,
it could exist in the real world, but it's principally a digital item. It
feels a little cryptic.
It's because
is this item game agnostic? So this is an item that perhaps.
But it is a specific item. So it's not like a coin. It's not fucky, but it is.
Is it like? Could it be like
a knife or a dog? No.
An achievement?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not meta abstract. Like that. No, not abstract. Okay.
Well, it's abstract and it is a digital object.
Yeah. No, I get you. It's a physical digital object.
Yeah, you could make one.
Okay. Wow. This is really hard. Is it a stick?
Stick? Yeah, it was sticks. No, it's not a stick.
But yeah, like I'm really thrown. So this item can exist in many different games.
Yes, but it's the same item, specifically the same item, not a generic item.
And it's not just like it's from a same series. It is actually other games have this item as well.
Many different games, which are united
by this one particular item.
No.
But they are united. So this is tricky. Is the game are the games that I may have appeared in? Aye, because I'm the item now. It's like the wrestling. It's now the wrestler game as well as animal, vegetable, mineral, and okay. Is the game which
I am in?
I am in. Is on the Nintendo Switch?
There are some. Yes.
There are some.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Are there some on the PC?
Yep.
And PlayStation?
Yep.
Platform agnostic. Yeah, I'm so glad I said that, and then I've gone down this path. Item. Is it like your example? Like, is it like? It's not. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Is it a brick? Could it be like a brick? There are games that have bricks in it. Many bricks.
Bricks.
There are many bricks, but this one is mine.
You're extremely warm, but perhaps not in the way you think.
Okay. Am I like a question mark block?
No.
Oh. Okay. Am I a polygon?
No. It's not fucky. It's not fucky in that way.
It's not fucky, okay.
Not fucky.
A brick. Oh! Is it a Lego brick? Or a piece of Lego?
Kind of.
Is it a Lego mini-me? Mini-me? Minifig? Minifig.
No.
Okay, is it an item of Lego? Is it a 4x2 Lego block?
No.
Is it a 2x2 Lego block?
No.
Is it a 1x1 Lego block?
No.
Is it a Lego button block?
No.
Am I close in that I'm looking for a type of Lego brick? How can... Okay, is it the... oh god, is it a red brick?
No.
Gold brick?
No.
Oh my god!
What's the other thing you collect?
That's what I meant, but the little round one, the sort of coins that you get. No? What is the other one? A blue brick?
No.
It's a gold brick, there's a red brick. There's the... No, but they're different in every game.
No, they're not. Go with it.
I can't remember what they're called, but they're like the round ones. Yeah, cylindrical.
Yeah, with the red and the green and the little lever.
Red and green with a little lever.
Yeah, they're like a white cylinder, but they've got like a little antennae and they have like a red and green light.
Yeah, and they sort of float diagonally, and you have to collect them. You have to collect like 10, and you can only get like 3 of them. And then when you play it through, and the 7th one, you get the remaining 7.
And then they go together and they build a vehicle, and then you can buy for that vehicle.
I can't remember what they're called.
Mini kits.
Mini kits. A Lego mini kit.
Yes, it is a Lego mini kit.
Wow. Okay, so that's 12 minutes of our podcast.
But do you see how, it's not fucky because you've collected hundreds of them.
No, it's a really, really good one.
But
it's
then
just
all the questions like, is it part of a franchise? Like, well, are Lego games a franchise? Kind of, but not really. You get them on every single platform. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good one. I'm just a really shit guesser.
Yeah, you weren't on your best.
I really wasn't. I was kind of
guessing.
I was all over the place. I was genuinely so thrown at that first hurdle. Like, right, okay, so it's not a Pokeball and it's not a Mario thing.
I don't think that's a good tactic to come into these games with.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. No. But it was kind of like I could.
I hope it's a Pokeball.
Yeah, but I was thinking because we've had items which were like pyramid head swords and stuff like that, and that's why I was thinking it was maybe specific. So I thought, right, I'll try and find the game, narrow it down.
Yeah, you could have gone down the route of, is it a weapon? Is it a power up?
Yeah, I should have. Yeah,
neither of those.
Yeah. No, that would have probably thrown me for longer.
Yeah, it's just a pickup,
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's just a collectible.
A collectible.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, that's a lot longer than we perhaps anticipated. Welcome to the podcast. This is our re-season where each episode has a re-word as the overarching theme, which we discuss for your eye holes. Richie, what is this week's theme?
This week we are rebirth.
Rebirth. And in this week's episode, we'll be giving you an extensive breakdown on our thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
No. Neither of us have played.
Have played, or can even play it.
Oh yeah, it's not out on PC, and you don't have a PS5.
I don't have a PS5, and I don't think I will.
Yeah. To be honest, I still don't particularly like the first Final Fantasy game.
What? What do you mean you don't like it?
We've had this conversation before, and probably just to continue it on, the controls, like how you play the game,
I think you're playing it wrong. Did you go back and play it? Good.
I did. I tried to continue playing it. It still feels. What's the word? It doesn't feel like I'm controlling things, and it bugs me. And you don't have full sight and control over your other party members. It's just, I think the controls are bad. Like, either be Devil May Cry or be a turn-based RPG. Don't be some squiffy bit in the middle. Look, even Final Fantasy 13 did it much better than I would consider Final Fantasy Remake. I just don't get it. I don't feel confident when I'm pressing a button it's gonna do what I want the game to do. You know, it's not. Maybe I'll attack him, or maybe, you know, like I'll be setting up a spell and I'll switch to another character and like, oh no, you didn't continue doing that spell because you switched character. And like, well, sometimes you do. You know, so it's too wishy-washy, but it's going to ruin one of my resolutions.
You need to change one of the options somewhere, I think. I think you either don't like the default, or you need it to be on baby mode or something, or difficult mode. But maybe. Anyway, this episode's not about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the biggest rebirth thing in games of recent years. We'll be giving you an extensive breakdown on our thoughts about Amnesia Rebirth.
I mean, we could do, except neither of us have played it.
I've not played that either, no.
No. I have the entire Amnesia series.
Of course you do, great.
Yeah.
So tune in live, actually, readers, as we listen to Richie play the entirety of Amnesia Rebirth.
Maybe that's not great for a podcast right now.
Especially because the first 45 minutes will be you being like, what? What are the controls? What?
I don't get it. I'm too old to understand these controls.
Hang on, I need to change my graphics. What?
But also, is Amnesia Rebirth not like the fifth in a series?
I don't know. I'll be honest.
I'd have to play the other ones before.
I'll be honest. I think, isn't Amnesia kind of like Lego, a theme, a loose franchise? Do they sequentially follow? No, they can't, because one of them's like a Machine for Pigs is a completely different time period. No, I don't know. I know nothing.
I know, but like,
I
mean, you could argue that about Assassin's Creed. Like, they bounce around in time, but it doesn't really follow a linear plot. It's just an excuse to.
It does follow a linear plot.
It does not.
It very much does.
It's got the whole jumping off. It's just an excuse for a man to jump off different buildings in different time periods.
A, sometimes you're a woman, but B, there are characters consistent across the entire series.
Yeah, but, like, there's sub ones, and there's like ones that are spin-offs from specific time periods. Listen, I don't know enough about Assassin's Creed. I don't care.
The energy's so off in this podcast today.
It really is. It really is.
Some bad juju. Bad juju.
Yeah.
Right. What are we talking about then? We're not talking about any of those.
Well, the whole point of this, we can talk about games that tackle the subject of birth.
Rebirth specifically, no?
Rebirth specifically, or birth. That's the research I did.
Shall I do what all content creators do when they're at the end of their tether? I'll read a dictionary definition of rebirth.
Oh God, don't.
Let's see where we're playing. Rebirth, the process of being reincarnated or born again. A period of new life. Oh, hang on. So respawning? We talk about respawning?
We could talk about respawning. We could also talk about games that maybe got a brand new remaster out of it. I feel like that's, maybe
We could talk about
unexpected resurrections of games.
We could talk about Baby Mario and Baby Luigi.
Yes, or as my notes have, in Final Fantasy X-2, Lulu was pregnant.
Was she? was that him? Is Wakka the father? Do we know this?
Wakka is the father. It's really weird.
So they canonically had sex.
They canonically did the dirty.
I think that relationship is very asymmetrical because, if you're getting, if you imagine they're getting, steamy in the bedroom, right? She can have his clothes off in about 25 seconds, yeah? Just shorts.
But you've got to unbuckle 900 pounds.
Exactly, yeah. He's standing there completely stark as,
That being said,
didn't move spontaneously, and he's he's got up to her ankle.
I love the fact that is why their relationship is asymmetrical. Not that she is like some mad red-eyed goth girl and
he's a football player.
Dense jock. It is the amount of clothes they both wear.
Yeah. Well, you can imagine if they play strip poker, he's at a massive disadvantage. On many different accounts.
Like, a lot of the people in Final Fantasy X are actually wearing quite light clothes. And if I remember, it's quite tropical in most places.
Yeah,
and even when it's cold, you go and meet Kimari, and what's he wearing? A loincloth.
Yeah. Is that the dog man?
Dogman, yeah.
He's got fur though, right?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. But, like, that's the thing. People aren't wearing very many clothes except Lulu. She wears a lot. An awful lot. For that game.
She's got like a... Has she got like a hood as well?
Nah.
My mind
she's got like...
Has she got a muff? Has she got a muff?
Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Maybe she does. I don't know.
I need to look up pictures of Lulu. Yeah, she's got fur trim. Okay, it's got fur trim around her shoulders and titties.
Yeah, but it's also like that's a bit much. Oh, and I suppose her thing of belts is no. Anyway,
the thing of belts is what?
I was just thinking it's like
this
not
is one big belt at the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it's like
undo all those belts.
I don't think you need to undo them because looking at the art, you only see like the front half of her, which has the belts, and you're just kind of like, well, there's probably a zip at the back. Like sensibly, there should be a zip at the back.
I don't know because belts are quite heavy, so they're not supporting themselves. If that's all on one elasticated, it's gonna drag.
Yeah. But why
anyway,
yeah.
But she's overdressed. No, go on. She's overdressed.
And pregnant. That was my whole point. She's overdressed for that game. I feel that game. Everybody like, you've got what's his face, Tidus. I imagine his shirt is open the entire time. Yeah. And I feel like Wakka just doesn't even have a shirt. No, he doesn't. Oren, he wears a big jacket and he keeps his arm inside it. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Who else is in it? Riku.
That woman, the summoner woman.
Oh, God. Why do I not remember her name?
Yalandra.
Una.
Unaleska.
Una. Yeah, Una.
She's got quite a light stuff.
Welcome to That Guy's Maniac Rebirth, where we discuss the fashion of Final Fantasy X.
She's got quite light fabrics.
She does have light fabrics, yes.
Yeah.
And in 10-2,
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever feel? Oh no, I'm not gonna headcanon this shit.
What?
Like, it's just like Pain and Lulu, just are very very similar with the red eyes. It's just like,
Pain's got white hair and short hair.
but they're both very similar gothy attitudes.
Lulu doesn't have. How does Pain attack? Swords.
Well, she can sing, she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
She can do
She
she can do a Moogle. Yeah.
And there's Riku, and Riku really isn't wearing very much either.
No, she's got like shorts and two bladey things, but she's from the desert. It is like the desert.
It's like the desert. In love, Leon. There you go. Shout out to Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
They're alive from the desert, but they don't stay in the desert.
Yeah, they do. That's why they have like the glasses and stuff like that, and they do the whole Mad Max thing.
They also go to like a other place.
Albeds. Is that's not the whole thing. They're like exiled the Albeds because they use technology.
You don't spend the whole of that game in the desert.
No. But her people are all exiled, and she has to sneak around.
Do you remember when we watched Dead Fantasy, all of it in one go?
Yeah, that was good.
That was great.
It was. we were wrecked as well.
We were wrecked. I forgot Ricky was in that. Was she? Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Great. Well, why did they make Lulu pregnant? Also, is there an age gap?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Like,
oh no, she grew up with Yuna, right? So they're the same age.
Are they? I'm genuinely googling Lulu age Final Fantasy X. 22. She's 22. Okay.
She's older than Yuna. Okay, how old's Wakka then?
They grew up together as well.
Wakka's a year old. He's 23. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously emotionally very immature.
I mean, he's an idiot.
But he's a professional.
Idiot.
He's a professional idiot. But we need to start. We need an official That Guy's a Maniac stance. Yuna Wakka, Lulu Wakka, sorry. Oof, Yuna Wakka's a whole different fan fiction. I think that's a good relationship. I think it's a good couple.
Lulu and Wakka.
Yeah, Lulu and Wakka.
I strongly dislike it.
What?
Yeah, no, I was very, very opposed. I also like when they have a kid in Final Fantasy X-2.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that, like, I don't know, he doesn't realize he's been cuckolded or something like that. Official That Guy's stance.
No, I don't agree to that. I didn't agree to that.
I'm glad we can both agree to that.
It's not explicitly mentioned in the canon, and you don't really offer who it could be. But that's what your thoughts are.
It's my raw dislike for Wakka. That is all it is entirely.
Right. Okay.
How many people did you have in your in your lineup in Final Fantasy X?
What, when you're just starting about?
Yeah. Well, because you can switch them in, can't you? But that costs a turn. But who were the three you always used? I feel like it was three.
It was just the girls, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think you had to use Titus, which is really annoying.
Isn't there a section where he goes mental when you don't use him? Or is that just
I think you're thinking of Final Fantasy VII, where Cloud's in a wheelchair.
That's actually so annoying. I think of 8 quite a bit because Riku and Zell annoy me. And
Riku?
Selfie. Yeah, Riku is like a combination of Selfie and
Zell.
Zell, all of whom I hate.
Yeah, no, I'm with you in that. I like the annoying thing is like I liked Tifa's limit break in Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
And like, cool, there's a fighty person which has similar things. Yeah. Oh, it's Zell. Well, fuck that. I think as time has gone on, it's made me go full circle and hate Tifa's limit break.
Oh no, because he's just a punchy man.
Yeah.
It's just three. It was in your party then.
My party, it's always Oren and Lulu.
Really?
Yeah, total goth boy.
Oren, he's just so edgy and annoying.
It's big sword. It's the big sword. I always liked that. I thought it was quite cool. It's total edgelord stuff. I know.
Yeah, he's a budget Vincent Valentine. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh, it's like old man Vincent Valentine. Yeah.
Old man Vincent, but he has a sword. And then Yuna.
Yes, Yuna. Yuna was always in my party, so I think you must have been able to switch Tidus out.
Yeah. Memories.
Yeah, I mean this is great podcast listening. Can we remember how we played Final Fantasy X?
No, is the answer.
The worst part is I played it recently. Recently. It was probably like 7 years ago. I did it on the PSP. Redid Final Fantasy.
I didn't realize it came out on the PSP.
It came. Final Fantasy X and X-2 came out on the PSP, and I played through both from start to finish, just because I remember really liking Final Fantasy X too.
Yeah, I love them. X-2 I've got a lot of time for.
It was fine,
nice.
but it was one of these things where I was playing the PSP on the tube, so I had to look at guides for X-2 because you have to, because you miss things if you don't look at guides. So it was kind of like playing it, pause, and then I would read on my phone in the hope that the phone had kept the page saved. You know, the game FAQs TXT file, just to make sure that I was getting things.
Now listen.
Yeah.
Did you cry when Tidus died? Or when
No.
Wherever he goes? What about when Oren jumped off the thing?
I found it surprising that Oren was also a fake person as well. Xanarkand.
I mean, he had, he acted as if he was the entire game.
That's true.
Going on about Xanarkand or whatever. Tidus, your father. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, no, he was mates with his dad, Jekt. Yeah.
That's a hateful name, isn't it?
It really is. He was just obnoxious. He's like Wakka.
Do you reckon he's also cuckold?
Yeah, totally.
He's hot.
Yeah. He's not your son. He's just a figment of Yuna's imagination. Yeah. Or no, the life force's imagination.
Yeah. And when he pops out, he's
the dream. Yeah.
Fucking cat ears and blue fur.
Hey, that's how he was born. His birth.
Hey.
He's born from the imagination of the non-Xanarkandians. I don't know. What are they anymore?
I lost you a while ago.
So
about 20 minutes ago.
You're still thinking about the cuckold statement.
So the normal. So what? There's normal people in Xanarkans.
Yeah. So there.
What's sin?
There's. So there is. I think sin is the nightmare of the souls of the people who used to live on Xanarkand, and Xanarkand used to be a place.
Yeah.
But people dream about a place that never existed, and for some reason they have Blitzball.
Then it became a
religious
wine bar, and everyone stopped going.
Yeah.
And then they're like, What? How did that segue into Blitzball? I wasn't listening.
So
it's like sin is the nightmares of the dead memories. Something Blitzball.
there was a real Xanarkand, and then there's a fake Xanarkand that everybody is dreaming about, and for some reason they're dreaming that Blitzball exists. And then that somehow became a religion in present day real Xanarkand, or whatever it is now. Final Fantasy games, great canon, good continuity, very very easy to understand plot.
Yes, and each game is so succinct. You know, I was chatting to somebody online because at the moment there's a Game On exhibition. I think it's up in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Yeah.
The Burg of Eden. And we've been to a couple of video game exhibitions together.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
I think sometimes they focus a little bit too much on like software and hardware, rather than, I don't know, genre, culture, history, design. The one we went to the V&A was very good. Anyway, so you go to this place and they just have all these consoles on the wall, and one of them was like, I think it's like Final Fantasy VIII.
Why would you do that?
Why is he's going to stand there and play a 128-hour game in a museum?
And I would just totally mess it up. Like because I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
It would just like kill the party or rename everybody to fuck dick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's how you'd start. I'll start a new game. Skip the opening cutscene if you can skip it. Then you'd name everyone fuck dick. And then when you have to go and fight Ifrit, you're like, oh man, I really wish I hadn't named him fuck dick now. I've ruined my playthrough. And then you regret it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also would only play it for roughly 5 minutes before everyone I was with would be like, you can't play Final Fantasy VIII from start to finish at a conference.
This is, I don't understand, why put it on there? Because if you've never played it before, you'll pick up and go, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Well, I get magic from a fountain, I don't understand. And if you're nostalgic for it, you're like, this is a huge game, I'm not going to be able to play any of this. It's too big.
Yeah. Maybe look at it and think, oh wow, those graphics are shit.
Yeah. I don't know, Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is quite good.
Remaster's better, but yeah, no, like when we played it on this way back in the day in 1998 or whatever it was.
Probably 98.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
I liked it when it would switch from in-game graphics to FMV, and sometimes it would be school running down a corridor, and it would switch, and you just see this 3-triangle school running down a beautifully animated.
But there's that that whole thing of you're the best looking guy here, and it's like that weird pixel thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? The meme.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. To be honest, he looks better when he has no face, just a whole face. See our previous episode about wonderful theories in relation to Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes.
Anyway, Rebirth, I think, is an important concept in game. So, hang on. Baby Luigi and Baby Mario, I think we talked about this before. Do they grow up to be Luigi and Mario?
So, my headcanon, and I have no real sort of backing for this, is that because you get mushrooms that can make you big and small, or mushrooms that can turn you into Princess Peach or whatever, or or give you extra lives, I'm going to assume that there is something in the Mushroom Kingdom that can just make you a baby again.
Okay.
So I just think that like they've eaten a mushroom and they get turned into the baby versions themselves.
So you think they were never babies?
Well, no, I think they were babies at one point, but I think baby Mario and baby Luigi, given that they're able to drive canonically, I feel like they have the memories of Mario and Luigi, but the physical bodies of babies.
Okay. So when they're in, on the starting line, and Babio Mario, and Babuigi, lining up alongside Metal Mario, Normal Mario, and Luigi. What's going on there?
Time dilation.
Time dilation. Okay.
Multiverse.
The multiverse.
Yes. So part of Mario Kart 8 is actually quite interesting because it actually pulls in from different timelines and universes to allow everybody to do some go-karting.
It does pull in people from different universes.
Yeah.
Confirmed. Apparently Mario and Luigi, all the games which have baby Mario and Luigi are really, really good. Did you play the Yoshi's Island? That's really good.
No, I hated it. I did play it for briefly, and I was just like, "This is not a sequel to Super Mario World." Yeah, exactly.
Everyone says it's one of the greatest games of all time.
I hated it. It was like, why am I playing as Yoshi? I want to play as Mario, and I want to have a cape, and I want to fly, and I want more Super Mario World. Instead, I got Yoshi and a crying baby that I had to look after, and I'm like, oh, fuck that shit.
Did you cry at the end of Yoshi's Island?
I didn't finish it.
Oh.
I don't think I even got like past 2 or 3 levels. I was just fed up with it. Sorry, the energy is really weird today.
This doesn't sound very charitable. Okay, maybe give it another try.
What, this critically acclaimed game that everybody likes?
Yeah.
Why would I like that as well?
Yeah.
You know, I'm unique and special. I'm a snowflake.
I have highly sophisticated interests, such as the Edgelord man from Final Fantasy X.
Yes, nobody plays it Orod.
He's the strongest, the best, and his music tastes are great. Fuck Yoshi.
Oh dear.
Okay, well. That's half the topic covered there, Richie. I think we should go to an intermission and try and get
Dude, it's more than half. It's more than half. We're 45 minutes deep here.
Try and get rid of this energy and come back with something
Sure,
better.
yeah, because pretending to be in a pub and telling a story, winging a story.
We're still on stage. What are you talking about?
Alright, well, everybody, it's time for an intermission. Let's head off. Go and get yourself a drink and some peanuts, maybe some ice cream.
Just to remind you of the conceit of the podcast, we're actually on a stage, supposedly, but we actually have an intermission.
We need to. Yeah, no. We're just having an intermission. That's it. Go, have a break. Whilst you're on a break, Farley and I are going to have a chat over pint.
No, it's not us!
It's not us.
No!
It always was us.
No, it's 2 people who just come to see the show.
2 people? Why? Why would anyone come to see us?
What's just you and me on stage, and then there's no one in the audience, and then we call an intermission, and then we go into the bar and have a discussion, and then when
it's too abstract. It has to be us. It's too abstract. It has to be us.
It's weird. Okay, alright, well, I'll see you in the pub then.
Yeah, I'll see you at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Thump, 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 walk, walk, walk. Brilliant. Right.
How were we on stage? I think good. No, actually weird, not good.
Let's drop this because we need to stay in character, which is us somehow for some reason. But we're shrugging off all of that from before. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the other day there,
oh yeah,
I was in the future. I was in the future. Yeah.
How far in the future?
27/7.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was living in a vault with my spouse, and I also had a kid.
Oh, I didn't know you had a kid. You never said that.
Yeah. No, but this is in the future.
Oh, of course.
The dystopian future, which is actually secretly based on the 30s and 40s.
That's perfect. So, and you're living in a vault, you say?
Yeah, I was in a vault. So I don't want to go into too much detail, but if you can remember the future past, what happened was there was a war, and there was people had made vaults to kind of live in and just deal with any kind of radioactive fallout.
So is your wife hot?
Well, it depends whether or not I decided to be a guy or a girl. Depends on the sex of my spouse.
Is your spouse... Wait. So, could you have had your baby?
I could have had my baby, yes.
Are you Lulu? Oh my god. Is your partner Wakka?
No idea who the dad is. No idea.
Well, you know one person who specifically isn't. Other than that,
it could be anyone. Absolutely anyone in this dystopian future.
A lot of people in the vault, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Anyway, okay, alright. Well, that's...
Anyway, yeah. So, I just became... I actually got frozen as well. So I got frozen, cryogenically frozen. Whilst I was asleep, somebody came and killed my spouse.
Oh,
and kidnapped my kid.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So, yeah, it's kind of future as well. So, yeah, frozen and all that sort of stuff.
This is all to come.
Yeah, and, so... I was stuck there, frozen, but I'd seen this and then refrozen again. So I managed to escape due to a nice, well-timed fault in the system.
A fault in the vault, you might say.
Fault in the vault, hey. And basically, I was just sort of like kicking about, and it turns out that there is a vault exit to the main world. Yeah, so the main world, it's still a bit radioactive in bits and things are a bit freaky. There's people and there's there's ghouls and there's people in suits and armor. If you've ever seen the show Fallout, it probably give you a good idea of everything that is there. Anyway, as I left the vault, I was at this place, and there was a garage. Now, all of the garages, they sell petrol and stuff like that, and your usual things. They're called Red Rocket, sort of like truck stops.
Oh yeah.
And anyway, as I was walking down, my Pit Boy went off, and I got a quest. And you'll never guess what that quest was.
I like how this started alluding to the fact it's Fallout, and now you're just on your Pit Boy. Okay. What was your quest for?
It was to have a conversation with a dog.
A fucking dog. Oh, okay. Oh, look at the time. It's time for us to go back to our own show.
Go back on stage. We're going back on stage. We've had a pint. We're going back on stage now.
Okay. We're out in the bar. Right.
We're heading back in.
Okay. So, Richie, what does rebirth mean to you?
As I mentioned before, in Final Fantasy X-2, Lulu is pregnant.
Okay. Yeah.
There are other games.
Were there more notes
Yeah, there was other games. There are sorry, the other notes there. There are other games. As we mentioned in our preparatory speech. Preparatory speech? No, that's not speech. Preparatory discussion before.
Yes.
We mentioned we could talk about the game The Binding of Isaac, which is about a fetus.
Oh yeah.
But neither of us have played that one.
No, I've not played that one. No.
Where we could probably talk about it for another 45 minutes. Let's not. We'll just mention that it exists.
It's also supposed to be really good. But no.
Yeah.
No.
Nah. You know, it's not Mario. It's not collecting feathers and flying with a cape. There's also The Sims. The Sims can get pregnant and have babies.
They can.
What was the last Sims game you played?
I think it was probably Sims Deluxe.
Deluxe? As in
2.
Sims 1? Oh, Deluxe 2.
Sims 1 Plus, I think. Not even 2.
Oh, so Sims 1.5.
Yeah, so you couldn't have babies. Although, I was playing... Was it you who had The Sims and made a whole town of us all?
No, I think that was Random Exploring.
Okay. I remember watching somebody get their baby taken away by social services.
No, in The Sims, the main thing I would do was try and recreate the Spencer Mansion from Resident Evil.
Oh, that's right. And it was really difficult.
It was stupid because there were so many people. There was so many rooms, and people just didn't know where to go, and it was just a huge mansion. It was pointless.
Like really sad.
Yeah.
It's just too big.
Yeah, when in fact you just sort of stayed in one room where the computer was, you know, and that's it.
That's not real life.
Yeah, it really is. You know?
That's not real life.
Hey, I've got a big mansion. I'm gonna go and play video games on my laptop. Yeah.
Got a cinema. I could hang out in the cinema. No, it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
Same. Got a mouse. Okay, well, that's good. Other games?
There is a series of games.
Oh yeah.
Agarest. Do you remember this at all?
No, this has got no resonance with me.
No
whatsoever.
resonance. See, I think we used to talk about it on our blog.
Agarest. Rest.
It's about. I think the whole concept is having kids.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Do you know it?
I've seen some spicy things.
Really? Is it one of those games? I didn't Google image. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, unless she's really short or in the background, it's quite a small woman.
Okay. Anyway, I remember when it came out, there was a lot of kerfuffle about it because it was about creating the best progeny you could.
Eugenics. Animal eugenics.
Essentially, yes. But also, I think a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Roguelitey.
Okay.
So you would deliberately have two people get together so that you would hopefully get, or maybe kind of like Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
Same thing, man. Same thing. But yeah,
because what do you mean, like Pokemon?
Because you breed two Pokemon together to get ideally a beneficial something out of them.
Yeah, but in Pokemon you just put them in the daycare together.
Yeah.
They don't have sex or anything.
No, that's true. They just exist together. No idea how it happens. but
one
then
knows.
an egg happens. Yeah.
Specialists on the topic do not know.
What do you call your ditto?
Not very nice names.
Okay, cool.
Very nice name. Indicating proclivities or promiscuousness.
Yeah. Other games.
So Final Fantasy, geez, Fire Emblem.
Yes, you do a similar thing in Fire Emblem, don't you?
You do a similar thing, yeah, and then your children come from the future.
But is there not a weird incest thing as well with Fire Emblem?
I don't know. I only played that one through. Was it Awakening? Can't remember. I only played it through once, so I didn't have a look at the is there a metagame for the best children if you couple up?
Oh, right, okay.
Your mage and your knight. You're
Guarantee the bearers.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some fixed characters. I think the daughter of the protagonist will always be the same character, but there's some other different ones. So that's a nice idea, except every time a child turns up, you're like, who's this? And they go, don't you recognize me? And everyone go, no. And they go, you're my mum and you're my dad. And they go, oh. And then after the next battle, they'll be like, I've always loved you.
Okay.
Can we talk about baby Pokemon?
We could do.
Can you name all the
Right,
babies?
this is fun. Can I name all the baby Pokemon? Right, so there's some weird ones. So Togepi's a weird one. Because it's technically a baby Pokemon?
Yes.
Then you've got Pichu.
Pichu.
Because there was a whole bunch that were brought in as pre-evolutions. And Togepi's a weird one because it wasn't really a pre-evolution. But it was also comes under baby Pokemon. You've got Clefairy's pre-evolution.
Yeah.
You got Igglybuff.
Yeah.
Clefairy. Jigglypuff's. Yeah. Then you also have Magby and Elekid.
Yes.
Mime Junior. Because Mr. Mime gets a younger version. And other baby Pokemon. There was something. There you go. That's a good point. Baby Pokemon couldn't breed in the daycare center. You could only make baby Pokemon. Yeah, I think that was a definition.
You've got 11 more to get.
11 more baby Pokemon.
Yeah.
11. Jesus Christ. 11?
11. Freedom.
I thought there was like the ones that I mentioned and that was it.
No.
Oh my god. Give me a hint to try and get me in the right direction of ones that I might have.
Sorry, 12. You've got 3.
Oh!
2 more from Gen 2.
Tyrogue.
Yes.
And there was another pre-evolution one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, that isn't Gen 2.
Do you want? It's a dual type. Do you want one of the types?
There's one that I can remember, but I can't remember its name. Manatic? Is it Manatic? No. The Manta Ray one. God damn it! What's his name?
Oh, that's from Gen 4. Mantike.
Yes, Mantike. But yeah, it was a Gen 2 Pokemon, and then in Gen 4 it got the baby Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Give me a hint.
Ice.
Ooh.
That's deliberately misleading because you won't think of it. If I gave you the other type, you'd think of it immediately.
So I need to think of other ice types or dual type ices. And this is Gen 2.
Gen 2 evolves into a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Lapras didn't get a baby.
Lapras didn't get a baby. Wakka didn't get a baby.
Wakka did get a baby.
But it wasn't his baby.
Baby.
It wasn't.
Recognised by that guy's a maniac. That is her official stance.
That's also how Lulu speaks. You're right, Wakka. Got me belts on today.
Straight out Coronation Street.
Do you like my Moogle?
Do I have a muff?
Have you seen my cactuar? I'm gonna do a bit of magic.
Right, sorry, baby Pokemon.
Baby
Ice.
Pokemon. Ice. Gen 2.
Maybe it's flying and ice. No.
Do you need another clue?
I need another clue.
It's always a lady.
It's always a lady.
Always
Oh,
a lady.
Jinx! Smoochum!
Yes, well done.
Psychic and ice. Yeah, okay, of course.
Gen 3 gave us 2 bebes.
And I haven't mentioned those.
No. So
No.
we've done with Gen 2 now. We've done that. Well done.
So Gen 3, I thought that was when Magpie and Elekid came in. Where's that?
No.
Gen 2? That Gen 2?
Yeah, Gold and Silver they were introduced.
Yeah, of course it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Fucking idiot.
course it was, you fucking dick.
Jesus Christ.
What was wrong with you?
Hell. Get your shit together.
Okay,
Should I give you the incense names?
Incense names.
So you give them an incense. And this is
Yeah,
how
of
you
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Generation 3, the 2 bebes one of them requires a sea incense. And one of them requires a lax incense.
Munchlax.
No.
Oh.
No. But
No.
Munchlax is a baby Pokemon from Gen 4, and this fucked me up for ages. The lax incense is not needed to produce a Munchlax. That's a full incense.
So it's something. Oh my gosh. This is really hard.
Yeah, I know. I thought they were like, oh yeah, it's fine.
No, like, but I know, like, there was mechanics like, oh, right, now you can now get baby Pokemon, but you need to be able to get these incenses.
These instances, otherwise you don't produce them. Which is so
Yeah,
strange. What's going on there? What's going on there?
I mean,
how about rose incense?
Rose incense. That'll be. Oh God. I know exactly. Roserade.
Roserade. Yeah.
Rosalita.
Rosalia and Badoo.
What? Badoo. Yeah.
Badoo.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was a baby Pokemon until right now. Pure incense.
Tell me.
Chingling.
Chingling is a baby Pokemon.
Chingling is a baby Pokemon.
Yeah, because I guess Thingy Face came out first, and then yeah.
Then the best baby Pokemon, Rock Incense.
Huh. Literally all I can think about is like a cutesy Geodude, which doesn't exist.
Geoboy. Geoboy.
Geoboy. tiny onyx.
Moving on.
God.
Luck incense.
Ooh, that rings a bell. This is insane. How many baby Pokemon there are?
There was one introduced in Sword and Shield.
Right. God.
And it can evolve into a different form. How? Oh my god. How? How do you evolve into a different form? Oh. Depending on the nature. So if it's hardy, brave, adamant, naughty, docile, impish, lax, hasty, jolly, naive, rash, sassy, or quirky, it evolves into one form. And if it's lonely, bold, relaxed, timid, serious, modest, mild, quiet, bashful, calm, gentle, or careful, it evolves into another form. I've forgotten everything about this completely.
I've forgotten everything. I feel like it's the two cats.
I'll give you the type.
Is it psychic? Is it the... Okay, go on.
Poison.
What? I mean, I'm thinking of the... Yeah, I know. I didn't know that was how they evolved into it. It's the...
Me neither.
The lizard that has the sort of electric guitar. It strums. It's like gills on its belly.
Nipples,
Yeah.
Toxel. And toxicity.
Toxicity, yeah. The toxicity of our city.
Toxel's the baby.
It's a baby? I wouldn't have said that was a baby Pokemon. But there we go. Listen, you need to just rattle through Gen 3 for me.
Okay. Sea Incense was Azurill.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course.
Lax Incense was Why Not?
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's so weird that like, I know the Wobbuffet came before. Why not? But in my head, because it's been so... that's so annoying. Go on, next.
Rock Incense is Bonsly. Luck Incense is Happiny.
Happiny. Of course. Chances
last
pre-evolution. Yeah.
Baby is Riolu.
Again, wouldn't have probably put it in the... What about Manaphy and Fanpy? Or not Fanpy. Fion.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a weird...
Apparently it's not a baby.
It's not a baby, it's like a neutered clone.
It is.
Because it can't breed.
Yeah.
You can breed...
It's like a asexual stage.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Baby Pokemon. The only other rebirth thing I had was at the end of House of the Dead Overkill. The antagonist climbs back inside his mutated mother's flower garden.
Yeah, that's a nod to Brain Dead or Dead Alive, Peter Jackson's zombie flick based in New Zealand. You seen that one?
Yeah.
I saw that film too young.
Yeah, we watched... It's so weird to me because when we were probably too young, you would watch all the Peter Jackson films and we were talking about this crazy guy called Peter Jackson. And then he went on to do fucking Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, I know.
It was so weird.
So weird. Like, it's a really disturbing film. It still doesn't sit well with me. I
still think about that bit in Brain Dead where he falls on a rock and a bit of his head flaps
That's
open.
bad taste.
Oh, bad taste. Yeah.
Bad taste is the alien cannibals, or they cook humans. And yeah, he falls on the. Yeah, I hate that bit so much. He falls on a rock. His skull opens up, and he pushes gelatinous brain back in. And he does this like eye flicking thing as he's doing it. That's actually Peter Jackson as well.
So horrible.
And then he closes the flap really badly, and then puts a towel around his head to try and bandage it in. Oh my god! And yeah, I mean that alone sticks with me. I don't remember much else about that film.
No, me neither.
Except for that one. Yeah, like alien cannibals. I remember there was a cop duo as well. They were sort of like Starsky and Hutch, but with like deep New Zealand accents. You know? Do you remember that at all?
Vaguely, very vaguely.
Yeah.
I just remember them running around a lot.
But
yeah, but that scene and some others from his work prior to Lord of the Rings, even though it's super low budget, you know, more impactful than many larger budget movies.
But it's only because we saw it when we were too young. That's the thing. That's why video ratings. Yeah, I think it's. I reckon watching it again, you'd be like, "Oh, I don't know if it would stick with you," you know, in the way that it is like in bad taste. It's not bad taste. What is it called?
Brain Dead.
Brain Dead. Yeah, there's so many bits in that. So the rat monkey. Is actually it's in King Kong as well. Like they reference the rat monkey, which gives the disease which turns people into zombies. But they were like scary zombies, and it really went deep with the whole zombie sort of questions that you would ask. Oh, if a zombie lost its legs and its torso and only became, you know, intestines, would it still be a zombie and try to eat you? And it answers that question because the intestines go up to a mirror and decide to comb its hair and stuff like that. It's so stupid. Such a stupid film. And yeah, like there's zombies sitting at a table eating custard, and one of their ears falls off, and then they scoop up the custard and eat the ear. And it's all like pussy and bloody, and yeah, that just.
Hey, but listen, being a zombie is a kind of rebirth, would she? Hey,
that's a good point. I have one more.
Yeah.
Although we should probably just tie it off here.
We should tie it off.
Just before it started. Yeah, long
Go
time.
on. What's your idea? Now's your chance.
The last one. I don't know if you've ever heard of a game called Fallout, but in Fallout 3, the whole opening of that game is you being born.
I remember because when it came out, everybody was like, yes, this is an excellent way to do your character creation.
Yeah, you just get Liam Neeson talking to you saying, oh, what do you have? Is it a boy or a girl? And all that sort of stuff. And then, yeah, you learn, you do things as you go through school, and you pick up perk points as you're getting older, and then things.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't work in today's identity.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, Fallout came out 20 years ago, so it's
But I just mean the premise of it's a nice way of doing character creation.
I think it could definitely work as long as there's an option just to change your body type.
Or maybe a later question is, and are you happy with your birth gender? Not are you happy? Did you stick with your birth gender?
Do you feel correct in your gender?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
do you know what? Everyone online would be totally reasonable and rational and calm about it, and everyone would say, "Thank you very much for introducing inclusive options into character creation in a fictional world where I slow down time and I shoot zombies' heads off.
Yeah.
And it would be fine.
Absolutely fine. There would be no backlash whatsoever.
There'd be no discourse. There'd be no takes. Everyone would just say, "That's great. Now I can focus on upping my dexterity and talking to a dog."
It's true. Doing no beneficial stats, but just upping your charisma to the very, very top level so that you can talk your way through the game.
Dogs and everything. Do you know what I loved in Baldur's Gate 3, talking to all the animals? That was fucking brilliant.
I was so good. I hated myself when I didn't remember to put the animal talking thing on beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was moments where I had to reload the game because I don't have my speak to the animals thing on. Really annoys me. But and it's brilliant because there are cool secrets to find as well.
Yeah. But also just how rare is it that you talk to animals in games? Well, probably not that rare actually. But in a you are actually talking to animals rather than this bunny just told me where the next minikit is.
Or anthropomorphized human dog people, or etc. Furries. Unzerweiter.
Yeah, it means etc. in German.
Okay.
Well, I think.
Oh, there you go. That's made this podcast worth it. Unzerweiter. There we go.
Saved it in the dying embers. Listeners, if you've accidentally downloaded the podcast, or you're reading it, or whatever you're fucking doing with the podcast, you've accidentally skipped the entire episode and you just got to this bit, or the bit just before when I said Unzerweiter, don't go back.
Yeah, don't.
That's it.
And for anyone else who's slogged it out through this entire one, my 12-minute guessing of an item.
That was painful.
It was really painful. Yeah.
We talked about Final Fantasy X.
Fashion choices.
Oh, that was so terrible. But we appreciate you for doing it and listening through.
And listen, we should appreciate ourselves because we're inevitably going to have to listen to this at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a nod to future Richie and future Farley. Like, well done for listening to this again.
Yes. Congratulations. And another note to our future selves: remember some of the things we said. Don't say them again on future episodes.
It's okay. We've been taking a very, very detailed note all the way through this episode, where we talk about the games Mortal Kombat, Deadly Creatures, and our favourite character from Shadows of the Empire, Rendar.
Rendar. That just leaves us with one more non-question to finish us off with.
Finish me off.
Richie, that guy is a maniac.
Oh, why did he unbuckle 30,000 belts?
It's not fair. Asymmetry.